So far we've talked about cleaners. Cleaning is removing the physical dirt or soil on the products. Sanitizing, then, is completely different. Sanitizing reduces pathogens on a surface to safe levels. It's killing bacteria. Food contact surfaces must be sanitized after they have been cleaned and rinsed, and this can only be done using heat or chemicals. One way to sanitize items is to soak them in hot water. For this method to work, the water must be at least 171 degrees for at least 30 seconds. Another way to sanitize items is to run them through a high-temperature dishwasher. Chemical sanitizing. Chemical sanitizers are regulated by state and federal environmental protection agencies, and in some cases you can use detergent sanitizer blends to sanitize. Operations that have two-compartment sinks often use these. Food contact surfaces can be sanitized, again, by either soaking them in a sanitizing solution or rinsing, swabbing, or spraying them with the sanitizing solution. Several factors influence the effectiveness of chemical sanitizers. The most crucial includes concentration, temperature, contact time, water hardness, and pH. The sanitizing solution is a mix of chemical sanitizer and water. The concentration of this mix, the amount of sanitizer to water, is critical. Too much water may make the solution weak and useless. Too much sanitizer may make the solution too strong and unsafe. It can also leave a bad taste on items or corrode metal. Concentration is measured in parts per million. To check the concentration of a sanitizer solution, use a test kit. These can be provided by your Ecolab or chemical supplier. Make sure it is made for the sanitizer being used. Hard water, food bits, and leftover detergent can reduce the solution's effectiveness. Change the solution when it looks dirty or its concentration is too low. Check the concentration often. The water in a sanitizing solution must be at the correct temperature. Follow your manufacturer's recommendations. The bean in the photo is being sanitized in an iodine sanitized solution. It must be in contact with the solution for 30 seconds. Water hardness can also affect how well a sanitizer works. Water hardness is the amount of minerals in your water, and the water pH can also affect the sanitizer. Here in this chart you can see guidelines for effective use of sanitizers. For a chlorine sanitizer, the water temperature needs to be above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, with a water pH lower than 10. The water hardness, again following the manufacturer's recommendations, and here you can see the sanitizer concentration range as well as the contact time when it needs to be soaking. Here are guidelines for iodine and quat sanitizers. The quat sanitizer is what we readily use in our kitchen. So 75 degrees. Students often wonder why the water is not hot in that sink. Our water hardness we check regularly, but mainly our sanitizing concentration. We have our test strips that give us specific recommendations for the range. And about 30 seconds or a little longer than 30 seconds is the contact time of when we need to soak them. How to clean and sanitize. Surfaces that do not touch food only need to be cleaned and rinsed to prevent the accumulation of dirt. However, any surface that touches food has to be clean, rinsed, and sanitized. To clean and sanitize a surface, follow the steps detailed here. And if surfaces have not been cleaned and sanitized correctly, take corrective action immediately and ensure that they are. The first step is to scrape or remove bits from the surface of the contact area. Then washing the surface using the appropriate towel and the appropriate solution. Then rinse the surface thoroughly. Sanitize the surface using, again, a reusable towel that has been soaked in the appropriate sanitizing solution, and then allow the surface to air dry. When to clean and sanitize is crucial. Food contact surfaces must be cleaned and sanitized after they're used, before working with a different type of food, after handling different raw TCS fruits and vegetables, anytime a task was interrupted and items may have been contaminated, and after 4 hours if they're in constant use. This is important as for long production areas you typically are using the same cutting board for an extended period of time. When cleaning and sanitizing stationary equipment, you want to follow the manufacturer's directions, but general steps always safety first. Unplug the equipment. Take off all the removable parts and wash, rinse, and sanitize them by hand. Scrape or remove any food from the equipment surfaces. And then wash the equipment surfaces. Rinse them, sanitize, and allow them to air dry. Finally, put the unit back together safely. Again, cleaning and sanitizing all equipment and all food contact surfaces is crucial to ensure the safety and sanitation of all food coming out of that operation.